our centre actually closed. We're a daycare centre and that was one of the first places to close. I met with the manager at the door, and I hadn't been here before. I had a little drive around the night before to find the place, but that was all right too. And I met the manager in the morning at about 7:45, and she introduced me to herself with the mask on, and it was new, the mask on, my temperature was taken, and in we went and we headed for the ward, and I was introduced to the staff, and we had the handover in the morning, and which was totally new to me, and she said I would be shadowing one of the staff, and there'd be minor things I'll have to learn, and the hoists and the beds, they were all new because we wouldn't have had the use of beds, we suppose, in the daycare centre as they were in resident. Here it was a resident, so the beds were like vintage. The last time I used a bed was probably about 30 years before that, and so I got a little bit of a run over on how to work them and the hoists. And
so we're assigned, our weekly rota, which was all new to me, even though I did a stint in a nursing home, and you'd get your rotas. But yeah, we could be doing activities, and we do a lot of activities with our residents here, which is very important, especially now that they can't see their families. So we do a lot of artwork, we do a lot of care pals. We do a lot of exercises, sonus exercises, which they love, and if you incorporate games into it, it gets very competitive. The women that are here love the bingo. They can't get enough of bingo, so once they see me coming in the morning, they want to play bingo first thing. So once 11 o'clock comes, once everyone is up and ready, we kind of start our activities, and we go on then until about 12:30. And then we have our lunch at 12:30, and we kind of start in about 1:30. Not everyone goes, for the activities. So maybe just sing a few songs. Some people have to stay in bed some days. They need entertainment, even someone to talk to. I always said, like where I worked previously, someone might just want to talk to you, and if you come to talk to them, that's important. So that's what I do. I go around to each individual person, just ask them, are they all right? Some people want to talk, more people don't want to talk, and you have to respect that as well. Mainly seeing someone smile, like it's not a very big thing, but if you can, like I just spoke about, if you can talk to someone and make them laugh, that lifts anyone's spirit, no matter how old or how young you are, So I think that if you're making a difference, and it makes a health difference then, on from that, because they feel better about themselves, they're more assured of themselves. So no matter what age they are. So I think that's the big thing. With all this COVID restrictions, well, for the public, let's say the patients' families, they obviously can't come to visit. No, they can't hug their loved ones. They can come for window visits and so on, and which is great, But for the general public, we're doing the best we can. As good as we can, and we're taking care of the most vulnerable people in our society, and yeah, we're just doing as good as we can.
I'd like to travel because my daughter is due a baby in 2 weeks' time, and she's in Australia, and so is my son. So that's the positive. But look, they're safe and they're well, and we'll be able to Zoom to see them. But yes, I would love to travel for that reason only. Otherwise, it wouldn't really bother me. Maybe to go out for a meal, have a cup of coffee with a friend. Even my dad is still alive, and I love going down to him and to take him out for the day. Because he used to love to go to our local pub, and at 96, and he has got his vaccine now. I miss the friends that I was working with. I miss my colleagues. I miss the clients, and some of them I'm never going to see again because some of them have died, unfortunately, and we've been very sad. And it's okay to be sad too. And they'll never, we're going to miss them. They had their own little chair in our centre. It's like their bed here, their room. If someone unfortunately dies and leaves us, but we won't forget them, and it's been hard that way. It's been a hard old time, you know, for everybody, not just for me.
Like I'm doing the same hours, but I work longer days, you know. It's like some days I might be in home, you know, until 8:30. Now it was my own choice to do, let's say, the 12-hour shifts. I might get a day off, because in my previous employment, it was a 9 to 5, you know, and it was a lot different, you know. This is more hands-on, you know. But affected me, I suppose, it has affected me, but we can't leave it affect us too much, you know, because there's more important things. And I believe, like, the elderly we look after here, they're the most important, you know. We have to put them first as well, you know. She was born in the December, so she's 15 months now. Emer, she's doing great. She's manly out. She's a fiery little redhead, but you'd miss her on the long days, you know, and you know that's the hardest thing. But I'm very lucky in my redeployment, because I know people that are redeployed to different areas further away, and they're away from their families. So I think I'm one of the lucky ones.